These discs weigh about 3.5 ton, and on the fast track you don't need a weight block on them. It's just the well balanced, the fast tracks. Problem with a big drill is fitting it in the yard, unfold it to fill it up. Just through. That chip's a bit dry by the looks of things. Ideal, isn't it? So, just fits in nice to the drill. Lifts a ton of seed up, no problem. Fill it up now. There's a tiny little bit left in the bag, so we're tapping the offer and it's settling in. See if we can get the rest of the bag in. By the time we get to the field, I bet there'll be a foot of room. It's literally 50 kilos off fitting in, so we left the bag on the top. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a rattle, forwards and backwards, and hopefully it should settle enough. We're back now. Can hear it sliding down. Have a look at that now. It's slid down a bit now, so hopefully this will just fit in. Just fits. Only just a little bit spilt. Load of chip on its way. Drill folding up. We're going to go drilling barley. Spray now on the banks before Sam comes in and drills. He's hiding over there in the trees. He's about to come and sow this with barley, and hopefully it'll be a nice early field because it won't get a frost this close to the river. So hopefully we'll get some barley cut early doors in July. And judging by the way it's short already this year, and it's still harvest and combines are still rolling, hopefully next July there'll be another premium again if you get cutting early. That's the plan anyway. Sam's unfolding, literally chasing me out the field. So I've just sprayed off these sort of volunteer wheat plants and any weed seeds. Hopefully now he's going to drill barley, and just barley should grow. Andrew is dieseling up the fast track, ready to go rolling. We're just going to go and start cutting beans now with the Massey, and then off we go. Will the Massey keep up? 50k, this is 65. Just getting the combine now. We're going to go cut that field of beans. We just dropped some trailers in the field, and you see it's like grey. It's basically trying to drizzle, but only like 10% trying to drizzle. So hopefully it'll hold off when we get done. This part of the field's really clayey because they put some drains in it years ago, so you can literally see the floor and how bare it looks. But when we go to the other end of the field over there, I'll show you the difference. The beans are literally 5 times the crop. This is the other end of the field now. Obviously you can see it's a lot thicker, even though there's a tram line. So hopefully what it yields this end of the field will totally outstrip that end of the field, and on average it won't do too bad, I hope. Gobble it up now. Looks like High Vis Liz is here, Group Secretary from the NFU, also my sister. What's your name? Where'd you come from?
Helen from Leeds.
Leeds? Leeds? Boring?
No, from Leeds.
He works for the NFU and he's just been learning about farming, and he watches the videos, and there's High Vis Liz.
Ollie sister.
Just getting through this now. I want to say there's not a lot left, but it is quite a big corner that end of the field, but I've cut a big chunk of it. Seems to be doing well, which I'm quite happy about. I mean, saying 8.3 tonnes to the hectare, which is pretty good for beans, and with it being the biggest field, I'm glad this is yielding the best. There's nothing wrong with the biggest field yielding the least. So, I mean, that's touching over 3 tonne there, which is good. One thing I never expected from doing the YouTube videos was how many times I get asked what work boots I wear. It's really weird. Anyway, the Caterpillar, because I used to wear Dickies boots, but the Caterpillar ones seem to last longer and they're comfy the day you put them on. So when it was cereals this year, I got a new pair of boots ready, went with them, and I wore them for like 12, 14 hours a day for 2 days solid, brand new, out the box, and my feet were fine, and they're just really comfy. So Caterpillar wear boots, I should get paid for telling 20,000 people that, shouldn't I? But yeah, it's the most bizarre question, but I get asked it a lot, and I've just been asked it again now on Instagram. What's really interesting about this field of beans is it's doing nearly double what some of the other fields have done. Now, there was about 1 million bees in them trees over there all summer, so I wonder, is that the reason, or is it just better ground conditions, or they just went into better, I don't know really. It's quite a mixed field for soil types as well. Yeah, I'm a bit confused, but they're massively different, which is good, because obviously if you've got a 65 acre field, it's going to yield double what some of the others have done per acre. That's good. But yeah, I wonder, was it the bees, and how would you ever like find out without netting it to stop bees in and out? Getting through it now, harvested all that, just got all that to go. It's yielding really well. Basically I've got to empty every end of the field up and down, and it's full again, the tank, which is good because it's yielding well. I'm just checking that there's no beans sort of flicking out, and also having a wee, because there's houses all around the field, but there isn't at this end, so I can have a wee now. There's no one around. The cheek of them pigeons landing in it while I'm actually here cutting it. Anyway, hopefully they'll have nothing to eat soon. A few people commented on the video saying, why is the reel going really fast? Well, basically, as the knife that's going side to side hits the beans, they kind of sometimes want to fall forwards. Well, if the beans are only a foot high and the gap between each one of them bars on the reel is nearly 2 foot, the reel's basically got to have twice the speed of my forward speed in order to catch it, to stop them falling forwards, if that makes sense. Because if it was going the same speed as my forward speed and the knife hit it, some could just like fall forwards like that. So I've got it flicking them in, so it's basically doing double the forward speed, and that's why it looks like it's going fast. Well, it is going fast. Actually, you can see on here, you see I'm doing 13, the reel's doing 13.8k, and if I back up, you can see my forward speed is 7.6. So like I say, it's nearly double in order to catch them and stop them falling out the front. I've just stopped to illustrate it better. So if you imagine, if the beans are shorter than the distance between that bar there and that bar there, when the knife hits them down there, it'll push them forwards and they can fall on the floor. Whereas if the reel's going twice the fast as the forward speed, it essentially makes the gap between the two only half the distance, so they can't fall out forwards. This is what we're harvesting anyway, these beans. So they shatter dead easy, and there's the pod, and there's the beans inside. So we just want to fly through them as fast as we can, knock them in, and hopefully there should be no beans on the ground where we've cut. And that means we've basically harvested them all, and also we took the pods right to the bottom. Now these have podded quite high up, but in some places the pods will be quite low down. You can see the odd one where the pigeons have come in and flattened them over as well, especially where they're a bit thinner at this clay headland. Anyway, not a lot left now. This is how to cut beans. We're doing 12-ish hectares an hour, 67 tons an hour. Chopping, 60% engine load, 73 tons an hour now. Just had an email off a pilot asking me to drop a pin in where the NHS cornflowers are, because he obviously flies over at 5,000 feet and he wanted to see if he could get a picture from a plane. That's a pretty cool job. So I know a lot of farmers watch, but if you're not a farmer, what's your job? Let me know in the comments. I don't know whether I'm stuck behind a slow moving pheasant or a slow moving partridge. No, it's a big partridge or a slow pheasant. They won't move out of the way to the point where I've nearly hit it with the reel. Come on. Just walking down the tram line. I'm going to have to get out and stir it. I've been stuck behind it for the whole length of the field. line now and the tram line there. And I won't mind, it'll actually blend in better on the stubble than it does in the black bean crop. Come on, shoot. Oh, it's sat down again in the middle. Oh, no, it's walking down that tram line now. Still in the way. It's holding me up, so I've basically jogged out the path I was in now and I've jumped into the next one on the GPS, and I'll leave that till last and I'll cut it from the other direction because they're in there. Chase them out that way then. So I pulled out, went that way, now I'm going back in this direction, hoping that if they're still in here I can chase them out that way. But I can't even see them now, so they've probably wandered off, which is a bit annoying, unless they've wandered into the pit I've not caught yet. I hope not. Oh, there it is. Come on. Must be a little bit simple, that one, because it's... Oh, there's one, two. And then slow... Oh, it's running back into where I'm going to go next. Come on, come on, come on. Right, there you go. You can stay there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's right in the middle. The two that have run into the crop over there now, one's there, and the two that have run into that crop, they seem to be able to run faster, so hopefully they'll get out of my way. But that one's trying to dart back in there now. No, 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 don't be stupid, you stupid bird. It's right in the crop again. It's just hiding in there now. Can't see it for the wild oats in the bottom. I jogged out the crop there because they were hiding it, and they're here now, hiding. So hopefully I can cut up here, chase them into that bit there, and then go back and cut that piece. But there's two just running there now. There's one run out, the other one's still in the way. It's gonna run now. There you go, the other one's running out now. You probably can't see it because it's really camouflage. But yeah, there's one hiding in there as well where it drove round it. I don't know whether you remember, but this is the bit where the fast track got stuck rolling after we'd sown the beans. So we've kind of like lifted up and gone round it. But if you just watch now, you can see the header totally flexing over it. I'll jump off and show you. If you look, it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And it totally, you can't see it on the camera, I'm sorry, but it like really like ripples along. And I know how it does it now. At the bottom of the knife, it's flat plates that butt up to each other but fit together like jigsaw hooks. So it's not one continuous piece of metal. They're all hooked together with like that. And then that means that they can flex up and down, but without bending or wearing themselves. Just this last bit now that the baby pheasant or partridge was hiding. I think it's a pheasant. Someone might know, so hopefully it's wandered off with its mates. Can't see it. You can only really see them when they move though. There it is, running out there now. Off it goes. See it? So that's good now. That's all my beans cut. I've got a few for Bill left to do and Joe, but that's all my beans cut, which basically means as well I've now got over 200 acres of bean ground that we can get some first wheat shred into as well, so that's even better. I'm just going to swap the combine now over for ready for cutting wheat tomorrow, so press play on that. It's going to load it up now. When I pull in the wheat field tomorrow, it's all ready to go. It's just changing all the speeds of everything now. You see there, when they all match, it'll tell me it's completed. There you go, done. So escape, turn the front header off. There you go, turn that off. Park the header for transport. Just holding that button down. And there we go, ready to go. A few stats for you there. We're 5 hectares off 800 hectares. 800 hectares is roughly 2,000 acres. We've We've done 167 working hours as well. Sorry, working time, and then the combine's running for 240 hours. On top of the combine, filling up with diesel and AdBlue, checking everything over. A little bit of cab corn wheat and cab corn beans on the top to shovel that off. Just doubling up the trailers now, ready for morning, so that we can set off to Lim. So someone will take the header and someone will take 2 trailers. Then when we get there, that tractor that took the header then will couple up to a trailer. That's all for today. Sorry it's a long one today, but don't forget, tell me where you're watching from if you're a new subscriber. What's your occupation if you're not a farmer? A new video is over there, and subscribe over here if you're already subscribed. Thanks to everyone that's watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.